Do this every morning. Knee pain starts fading fast. It's a sensation many of us are intimately familiar with, a daily ritual that has unfortunately transformed from a simple act into a nuanced negotiation with our own anatomy. Can you truly recall the last morning you effortlessly swung your legs out of bed and stood up without a single wince, without instinctively reaching for the steadying embrace of the nightstand, or patiently waiting for a stiffness to subside before your knees reluctantly agreed to carry you to the bathroom? For a significant number of individuals navigating the journey of life beyond 60, that once unremarkable action of rising each morning has regrettably evolved into a persistent, often disheartening dialogue with their very own body. The moment your feet connect with the cool floor, an unwelcome sensation cascades through your knees, making them feel as if they've aged an extra 2 decades overnight. They greet you with a profound stiffness, an insistent ache, and often a disconcerting creaking sound, reminiscent of an old, neglected wooden door slowly opening. And herein lies the truly heartbreaking truth. Far too many people have, over time, come to accept this discomfort as an inevitable, unchangeable facet of growing older. They internalize the narrative, telling themselves, well, I'm simply getting older. This is just the unfortunate reality of things now. Yet I stand before you today to impart a profoundly important message, one that offers a glimmer of hope and a pathway to relief. That pervasive morning stiffness, that nagging ache, that frustrating sensation that your knees demand a full 30 minutes to even begin to function optimally. It is emphatically not a life sentence to be endured. Rather, it is an unmistakable signal, a vital communication from your body, specifically from your knees, indicating a clear need for your focused attention and compassionate care. And the most opportune moment to respond to this urgent plea, to begin providing that much-needed attention, is precisely the instant you awaken, the very moment your eyes open to a new day. Today, we embark on a transformative journey together where I will guide you through 5 incredibly gentle yet remarkably effective exercises. These are movements specifically designed to be integrated into your daily morning ritual, requiring absolutely no specialized equipment and, perhaps most appealingly, no need to even get down on the floor. In fact, the initial 2 exercises are ingeniously structured to be performed right there in the comfort of your bed before your feet have even had a chance to touch the ground, thereby honoring your body's post-sleep state. We'll count down these exercises from the 5th one to the culminating, most impactful one, strategically saving the truly powerful key for last. This ultimate exercise targets a singular muscle that almost universally falls into a state of neglect, particularly as we age. Yet it holds the profound secret to making your knees feel a decade, perhaps even more, younger and more robust. But the guidance doesn't conclude there. After we meticulously explore each of these vital exercises, I urge you to remain with me as I intend to unveil a special bonus morning protocol. This is an incredibly concise 60-second habit, a simple yet potent ritual meticulously crafted to lubricate your joints from the inside out. Envision it as the meticulous application of fine oil to a rusty, protesting hinge, restoring its smooth, silent function. It is brilliantly simple, entirely free, and its beneficial effects are often discernible from your very first morning of implementation. So, let us not delay any further. Let's enthusiastically begin this journey toward greater comfort and mobility, starting right now. The first step in our journey back to comfortable mornings is a gentle movement we call the bed heel slide, beginning our routine with an approach that is both gentle and profoundly smart. You've just emerged from 7 or 8 hours of stillness, a period during which your body has been largely immobile. Consequently, your joints are cold and your synovial fluid, that remarkable natural lubricant intricately designed to cushion and facilitate smooth movement within your knee, has, much like thick honey left in a refrigerator overnight, grown denser and more sluggish. This vivid analogy accurately depicts the internal state of your knees as you slept soundly. Our immediate imperative is to gently rewarm this crucial fluid, encouraging it to regain its optimal viscosity before we even contemplate asking our knees to bear the slightest amount of weight. The procedure is disarmingly simple, yet profoundly effective. Remain comfortably lying on your back in bed, ensuring one leg remains extended straight. Then, with your other leg, initiate a slow, deliberate bend at the knee, allowing your heel to gracefully glide along the surface of the mattress, gradually drawing it closer toward your gluteus. Slide it only as far as feels genuinely comfortable, aiming for a gentle, reassuring stretch, never pushing into pain. Once you reach that comfortable limit, slowly, with measured control, slide your heel back out until the leg is once again fully straightened. Here, the mattress truly becomes your steadfast ally, providing invaluable support for your leg and significantly diminishing friction, ensuring that there is virtually no undue load or stress placed upon the delicate knee joint itself. You are not stressing, you are simply guiding the joint through its natural intended range of motion, gently, rhythmically pumping that vital synovial fluid. This deliberate, unhurried action allows the fluid to warm and gradually return to its naturally slippery, lubricating consistency, preparing your knee for the day ahead. Let us practice this synchronized movement together. Gently guide your right heel inward towards your body, consciously sensing the subtle bending in your knee. Remember to go only as far as comfort dictates, honoring your body's signals. Now, with equal grace and control, slide it smoothly back out, avoiding any abrupt or jerky movements. Shift your focus to the left heel, slide it in, internalizing the gentle, flowing motion within the knee joint, and then slide it back out. A crucial piece of advice here: resist any urge to forcefully propel your heel all the way to your gluteus. If your knee's current range of motion only permits a halfway bend, that is absolutely perfect and entirely acceptable. Each morning will present a slightly different landscape. Some days you will discover greater flexibility and range, while others may feel more restricted. The paramount instruction is to deeply listen to your body, allowing its innate wisdom to guide you. The overarching objective here is fluid motion, not extreme depth of bend. Execute this gentle movement 10 times on each leg. This segment of the routine should thoughtfully occupy approximately 2 minutes of your morning. By the time you conclude these repetitions, a palpable difference will likely be evident. Your knees will already feel notably looser, distinctly warmer, and significantly more cooperative, all before you've even had reason to vacate your bed. Moving seamlessly into our second in-bed exercise, we remain comfortably reclined. This foundational movement is known as the lying quad set, and its purpose is singularly focused on awakening a crucial anatomical structure. Your quadriceps, the substantial muscle group prominently situated on the front of your thigh, functions as the primary, indispensable muscle responsible for both supporting and robustly protecting your delicate knee joint. When this muscle is adequately strong and consistently engaged, it effectively acts as a dynamic, natural knee brace, providing stability and resilience. Conversely, when the quadriceps are permitted to weaken or remain in a state of inactivity, your knee joint is left vulnerable, absorbing the full brunt of daily impacts and stresses. Herein lies a common yet often overlooked predicament. Following a restful night's sleep, your quadriceps muscle is, for all intents and purposes, still in a state of slumber, much like you were moments ago. Should you attempt to stand and walk on a quadriceps that has yet to fully awaken and engage, your knee joint inevitably bears the entirety of the impact, explaining precisely why those initial steps each morning often manifest as the most painful and challenging. Our objective, therefore, is to gently rouse this vital muscle before you place any weight upon your legs. To perform this, continue lying on your back with your legs extended straight. Now, consciously focus on pressing the back of your knee firmly down into the mattress. As you exert this pressure, you should distinctly feel the muscle on the front of your thigh tighten and visibly harden. Should you place your hand upon your thigh, you will unequivocally perceive the muscle contracting beneath your fingertips. Sustain this deliberate squeeze for a count of 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then gently release, allowing the muscle to relax completely. That meticulous action constitutes one full repetition. Let me elucidate the profound simplicity of what has just transpired. By consciously pressing your knee into the mattress, you have effectively activated your quadriceps muscle without inducing any actual bending in the knee joint itself. This technique is clinically termed an isometric contraction, where the muscle performs work and generates tension, yet the joint remains entirely static. It represents the safest, most gentle, and highly effective method to awaken this crucial muscle, rendering it suitable even for individuals contending with conditions such as arthritis or who have undergone knee replacement surgery. Let us perform another repetition together. Press down, engaging that squeeze, feeling the pronounced tightening across the front of your thigh. Hold it firmly for 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and then release. When you release, ensure you truly let go, consciously allowing the muscles to fully soften and disengage. Aim for 10 repetitions on each leg, maintaining this controlled pace. A frequently observed error bears mention here. Some individuals instinctively hold their breath during the squeeze phase. Please consciously avoid this. Maintain a normal, steady breathing pattern. A helpful rhythm is to inhale and then initiate the squeeze during the exhale. Your brain, especially first thing in the morning, requires a continuous supply of oxygen to function optimally and efficiently communicate with your muscles. By completing this exercise, your quadriceps is now awake, primed, and prepared to offer its protective support to your knee the moment you choose to stand. However, our morning readiness ritual is not yet complete. We still have 3 more crucial exercises to explore before we fully transition into the day. My dear friends, before we continue our exploration of these empowering movements, I humbly request a small favor, a simple gesture that can amplify this message of relief. If you are discovering this information to be genuinely helpful, or if you know of someone close to you who persistently grapples with the debilitating stiffness in their knees each morning, please take a brief moment to click the like button beneath this video and consider subscribing to this channel. Your engagement, even a single click, acts as a powerful catalyst, helping this essential video reach a wider audience of seniors who are desperately seeking and truly need these transformative exercises. Your support is deeply appreciated, and with that, let us resolutely continue our journey. Now, it's time to transition from a reclined position to a seated one. Gently swing your legs over the side of the bed, allowing your feet to rest on the floor. This brings us to the third exercise, which we call the seated knee extension. Find yourself a comfortable and stable position, either perched on the edge of your bed or seated firmly on a sturdy chair, ensuring your feet are planted flat on the floor beneath you. Consciously sit up tall, maintaining good posture. The movement begins by slowly, deliberately straightening your right leg out directly in front of you. Extend it until your knee achieves the straightest position you can comfortably manage without forcing or straining. As you reach the full extension, gently point your toes slightly upward toward the ceiling. At this point, you should distinctly feel your quadriceps muscle, the one we just awakened, actively engaged and working diligently. Sustain this extended position for a precise count of 3 seconds. Following this hold, slowly and with exquisite control, lower your foot back toward the floor. It is critically important not to simply allow gravity to drop your leg. Instead, actively resist its pull, controlling the entire descent. This controlled, deliberate lowering phase is, in fact, often more beneficial for muscle development and strength building than the lifting phase itself, targeting what is known as eccentric strength. When you execute this motion, sitting with your feet grounded, then extending your leg, you are effectively working your quadriceps through its entire range of motion under a very light yet highly effective load, primarily just the natural weight of your lower leg. This foundational approach builds what we term functional strength, meaning it directly translates to and mimics the precise movements essential for daily living, the smooth cadence of walking, the effort required for climbing stairs, and the fundamental action of rising from a chair. Let's perform this movement together now. Extend your right leg straight out in front of you, straighten it fully, feeling that satisfying squeeze of the quad at the very top. Hold for 2-3 counts. Now, slowly and deliberately lower it back down, actively resisting the downward pull of gravity. Do not just let it fall. Excellent. Now let's engage the left leg. Extend it, straighten it, hold it there, consciously feeling that muscle on the front of your thigh performing its work, and then slowly, with controlled precision, bring it back down. A pivotal detail to enhance the efficacy of this exercise. At the very peak of the extension, when your leg is at its straightest, I want you to engage your quadriceps with an additional focused squeeze. Imagine actively pulling your kneecap upward by tightening the muscle as intensely as you can, but only for a brief, isolated second. This specific extra squeeze at the apex of the movement is what experienced physical therapists refer to as a terminal knee extension. Its profound significance lies in its ability to specifically target a particular segment of the quadriceps muscle, one that unfortunately tends to weaken most rapidly as we progress through the aging process. This precise muscle segment is undeniably the most crucial for maintaining optimal knee stability, ensuring your joint remains secure and aligned during movement. Perform 10 repetitions on each leg. Should you find that one knee exhibits more stiffness or persistent pain than the other, a strategic approach is to initiate the repetitions with the more comfortable or better knee first. This thoughtful sequencing not only gently warms up your overall body, but also grants the stiffer, more challenging knee a valuable, slightly extended period to prepare itself for movement. Our next movement, the fourth in our progression, transitions us to a standing position, but do not be concerned. This is deliberately designed to be exceedingly gentle. This particular exercise, known as the standing knee circles, offers a unique method to thoroughly lubricate the entire knee joint, engaging it in a manner that no simple straight line movement can fully achieve. Begin by standing upright, ensuring you are positioned near a sturdy wall or the back of a reliable chair, ready to offer support and balance if needed. Bring your feet together, side by side. Now gently bend your knees just slightly, perhaps only a few inches, a subtle flex rather than a deep bend. Place both of your hands directly on top of your kneecaps. From this position, you will initiate slow, fluid, and continuous circular motions with your knees. Imagine you are stirring a large, deep pot, but with your knees acting as the spoon. Guide them smoothly to the right, then forward, then to the left, and finally back, completing a gentle rotation. Let me visually illustrate the rhythm of this motion. With your hands resting on your knees, begin making small, controlled circles toward the right. It is crucial to maintain these circles as small and contained movements. We are emphatically not engaging in deep squats here. Our objective is gentle rotation, allowing the joint to explore its full, subtle range of motion. As you execute these circles, consciously perceive how the joint moves harmoniously in all directions. This multi-directional movement is exceptionally beneficial as it gently compresses and releases your knee cartilage from every conceivable angle. This rhythmic action effectively encourages the spreading of that vital synovial fluid throughout the entire joint capsule, ensuring it reaches every nook and cranny where it is needed most. Perform 10 slow, deliberate circles in the rightward direction. Upon completion, smoothly reverse the direction, executing 10 equally controlled circles to the left. Now, here is a specific detail that profoundly elevates the effectiveness of this exercise. As you continue to circle your knees, direct your attention inward and observe any particular spot within the rotation that feels notably stiff or perhaps produces a subtle clicking sensation. This specific area is precisely where the greatest need for lubrication and gentle movement resides. When you identify such a spot, consciously slow down your movement even further. Dedicate extra time to gently move through that particular point, not shying away from it, but rather working through it with increased gentleness and focus. Over the course of just a few days of consistent practice, you will likely observe that this bothersome click or persistent stiffness begins to gradually diminish, a testament to the power of consistent, gentle engagement. A crucial caution must be observed. If you have a diagnosed meniscus tear, or if your medical professional has explicitly advised you to avoid rotational movements, please, for your safety, bypass this particular exercise. Instead, you can simply double the repetitions of the third exercise, the seated knee extension, to still gain significant benefit. For all others, this movement stands as one of the most remarkably underrated exercises for fostering comprehensive knee health and promoting enduring joint comfort. And now, we arrive at the culmination of our morning knee routine, the truly powerful first exercise. This is the movement that expertly integrates and harmonizes all the preceding steps, providing a comprehensive activation. It is known as the wall-supported mini squat with an isometric hold. This specific exercise is meticulously designed to target a singular, often neglected muscle group that, for almost everyone over the age of 60, has unfortunately been allowed to fall into a state of slumber and inactivity, the VMO, or the vastus medialis oblique. This distinctive muscle, shaped like a teardrop, is strategically located on the inner side of your knee, precisely above the kneecap. When this vital muscle is permitted to remain in a weakened state, it has a direct and detrimental impact on the proper tracking of your kneecap. Instead of gliding smoothly within its intended groove, the kneecap tends to drift outward as you walk or ascend stairs, leading to an irritating and often painful grinding against the underlying bone structures. This biomechanical misalignment is, in fact, one of the most prevalent and consistent sources of knee pain experienced by seniors. By diligently strengthening the VMO, we actively encourage and facilitate the kneecap's return to its correct central groove, and with this proper alignment, the associated pain can often diminish dramatically, offering profound relief. Here is the precise method for executing this highly effective movement. Begin by standing with your back completely flat against a sturdy wall. Position your feet approximately 1 foot away from the wall, ensuring they are spread shoulder width apart for optimal balance and stability. Now, slowly and with controlled, deliberate movement, slide your back downwards along the surface of the wall, simultaneously bending your knees. However, here lies the critical, non-negotiable instruction. Do not descend deeply into a full squat. Your aim is to stop when your knees are bent to approximately 30 degrees. This represents a very slight, almost imperceptible bend in the knee. To visualize this more clearly, if you were to imagine a clock face, your thighs at this point would be angled to roughly the 11 o'clock position, not even approaching a seated posture. The crucial question arises, why such a shallow bend? The answer lies in the biomechanics of the VMO. This specific muscle is most actively engaged and most effectively targeted within the initial 30 degrees of knee flexion. Should you descend deeper into a squat, the larger, more dominant quadriceps muscles inevitably take over, and the VMO, rather than being isolated and challenged, reverts to its complacent, lazy state. Our precise objective is to isolate and invigorate that crucial inner muscle. Once you have achieved this 30-degree bent knee position, hold it steady. Press your entire back firmly into the wall, ensuring maximum stability. Simultaneously, consciously squeeze your thighs, paying particular attention to the inner part, just above the kneecap, where the VMO resides. Sustain this isometric hold for a full 10 seconds. You might even begin to feel a distinct warmth, perhaps even a subtle trembling or burn in the area. This sensation is not a cause for concern. Rather, it is your VMO actively awakening and engaging, a positive indication that it is being challenged. It is entirely normal for it to tremble, as it has likely been significantly underworked for many years. Let us count this powerful hold together, pressing firmly into the wall and squeezing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, with the same slow and controlled motion, gently slide your back straight back up to a standing position. Take a moment to shake out your legs and catch your breath. Should you find yourself without access to a smooth wall, or if standing against a wall proves uncomfortable for your back for any reason, there is an equally effective modification available. Simply stand behind a sturdy chair, holding onto its back for reliable support. Then, bend your knees to that same critical 30-degree angle and maintain the hold. The wall in the original exercise primarily serves as a consistent point of support to lean against. The chair variation works equally well in specifically targeting and activating the VMO muscle. Congratulations! You have now successfully navigated and completed the entirety of our comprehensive morning knee routine. Once you establish a comfortable flow and rhythm, this entire sequence should proficiently occupy approximately 8 to 10 minutes of your morning. However, before you confidently stride out of your bedroom to face the day, I have a special promise to fulfill. The bonus, the 60-second morning joint protocol. This is not merely an optional add-on. It is a strategic element designed to be implemented immediately following the exercises, acting as a powerful force multiplier, enhancing and cementing the benefits you've just cultivated. Herein lies the fundamental secret, a biological truth of profound importance. Your knee cartilage possesses no direct blood supply of its own. Let me reiterate this crucial fact, for its implications are far-reaching. Unlike your muscles, which are generously vascularized with intricate networks of arteries and veins delivering a constant direct supply of blood and nutrients, your cartilage relies exclusively and entirely upon the synovial fluid for its essential nutrition and waste removal. And this vital synovial fluid critically only circulates and performs its functions when the joint itself is actively moved. This fundamental physiological principle precisely underscores why our preceding exercises are so immensely important and effective. Yet, there is a second, equally significant factor at play: hydration. Following 7 or 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, your entire body is inevitably in a state of relative dehydration. Consequently, your precious synovial fluid, already thicker from inactivity, becomes even more viscous, and your cartilage has, throughout the night, been immersed in a reduced volume of this critical fluid. The exercises we just performed are expert at getting that fluid moving and circulating, but we must also actively replenish its volume and optimize its consistency. Hence, the elegant simplicity of the bonus protocol. As soon as you conclude the final exercise, pour and drink 1 full glass of room temperature water. It is important to note, not ice-cold water. Room temperature water is scientifically proven to be absorbed much faster and more efficiently by your stomach, allowing for quicker systemic hydration. While you are steadily drinking this glass of water, simultaneously perform 10 slow, deliberate, full ankle circles with each foot. This seemingly minor action serves a crucial purpose. It maintains active lower body circulation, thereby assisting in the efficient distribution of that incoming hydration throughout your entire system, helping to carry the replenished synovial fluid to where it is needed most. That is the entirety of it: a glass of water and gentle ankle circles, a total commitment of just 60 seconds. Your joints, grateful for this deliberate act of care, will undoubtedly express their thanks. To ensure seamless integration into your daily routine, let me provide a concise overview of the complete morning sequence, structured for effortless adherence. The very moment you awaken, while still comfortably lying in bed, commence with the 5th exercise, the bed heel slides, performing 10 repetitions on each side. Immediately follow this with the 4th exercise, the lying quad sets, again executing 10 on each side. These initial 2 exercises, taking approximately 4 minutes in total, are meticulously designed to gently prepare your knees for the critical act of weight bearing. Next, transition to a seated position on the edge of your bed. Here, engage in the 3rd exercise, the seated knee extensions, performing 10 repetitions on each side. This step dynamically activates your quadriceps through their full, functional range of motion. Now you are ready to confidently stand up, you should already begin to perceive a noticeable difference in your knees' responsiveness. Proceed with the second exercise, the standing knee circles, executing 10 rotations in each direction. This specific movement thoroughly lubricates the entire joint from every conceivable angle, promoting comprehensive fluid distribution. Finally, conclude with the first exercise, the wall-supported mini squat with an isometric hold, performing 5 distinct holds, each sustained for 10 seconds. This powerful exercise is the ultimate catalyst for awakening the VMO, the single most important muscle for ensuring robust knee stability. To finalize your morning ritual, incorporate the bonus protocol. Consume 1 full glass of room temperature water and simultaneously perform 10 gentle ankle circles with each foot. My dear friends, I am acutely aware that when persistent pain becomes a daily companion, greeting you every single morning, it is remarkably easy to succumb to a sense of hopelessness. It is natural at times to feel that your most vibrant, active days might irrevocably be behind you. However, I am privileged to witness a different narrative unfold every single day. I see individuals in their 60s, 70s, and even their 80s who, initially, were plagued by stiff, intensely painful knees. Yet, within a remarkably short span of just 2 or 3 weeks of diligently adhering to this simple routine, their lives are transformed. They are once again walking with renewed confidence and an undeniable spring in their step. They are choosing the liberating path of the stairs over the convenience of the elevator. They are joyfully engaging in active play with their beloved grandchildren on the floor, experiencing a freedom they thought was lost. Your knees are not inherently broken. They are, in essence, merely neglected, craving the attention and movement they deserve. And starting tomorrow morning, with this newfound knowledge and actionable plan, that narrative profoundly changes. This is my sincere challenge to you. Commit to trying this complete routine for just 7 consecutive mornings. Mark these 7 days clearly on your personal calendar, making a conscious commitment. And after those 7 days have gracefully passed, I earnestly invite you to return to this very video and share your experience. Tell me in the comments section below how you feel. Did the persistent stiffness noticeably reduce? Did you perceive a tangible difference by day 3 or day 4 of consistent practice? I personally read every single comment, finding immense motivation and inspiration in your progress, and your shared experiences, in turn, serve as a beacon of hope and encouragement for other individuals who are just embarking on this journey. If you have found this information to be genuinely helpful and empowering, please take a moment to hit that like button. It is a small action with a significant impact, helping this video reach countless other seniors who wake up each morning in unnecessary pain and are unaware that a simple, effective solution exists. And if you haven't yet joined our growing community, please consider subscribing. We are dedicated to consistently posting new, practical, and highly beneficial health guides every single week designed to empower you on your wellness journey. I extend my warmest wishes for a pain-free morning and a truly wonderful day ahead. Take diligent care of your knees, and in return, they will faithfully take care of you. I eagerly anticipate connecting with you in our next shared moment of learning and empowerment.